Hello watch fans, this is Anders here on Time and Crown channel. Today the full review of the brand new 2025 newly designed revamped Glycine Combat Sub 39. This is a new version that they have produced of the Combat Sub 39, and in my opinion it has a lot of very cool improvements. So before we get into the full review of this watch, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do hit the subscribe button, it is a big help. Also please do like this video. And if you want to see what you get in the box, then you can have a look at the unboxing video I did, link down in the description or up in the right hand corner now. So this is one of 4 different colorways. This is the GL0537. You can also find a dark gray, which is called the GL0536, a light gray, which is the GL039, and then a turquoise kind of Tiffany blue called the GL040. I ordered this watch directly from Glycine's web shop here within the EU, so it came without any taxes or anything. They also do have a US web shop if you want to buy the watch. This is my own watch and I paid 595 euros. So as you can see, this is the green version. All of the new Glycine Combat Sub 39s, they have this kind of textured metallic dial. Only the turquoise blue is much more of a kind of a lacquered glossy dial. I do really like this texture of the dial. It kind of reminds me of the Omega Seamaster Railmaster dials. You can see in the screen now, it has kind of the same texture. And it gives a really nice tooly look to the watch. So let's have some specifications about this watch, because it has some perfect dimensions in my opinion. It is 39 millimeters in diameter. It is 46.5 millimeters lock tip to lock tip. And you see we get female end links, so no overhang. Then we have 11.1 millimeters in thickness, and that is one of the really good things with the Glycine Combat Sub watches. They are always very thin. That is also because of this flat sapphire crystal. And then we have a 20 millimeter lock opening here. The bracelet, which is an oyster style bracelet, it tapers down to 18 millimeters. It has a 120 click unidirectional bezel. It is pretty easy to grip, but it's kind of stiff. No play whatsoever. This is really a tooly feel. And I must take it into the water when it becomes summer. Then I will actually dive with this watch, or at least just skin dive, because sometimes it can actually loosen up. It feels a little bit stiff. It is entirely made of 316L stainless steel and it's brushed all over. Really nice brushing. Screw down crown with no crown guards and signed drilled lock holes. Oyster style bracelet. Everything is brushed, you see, even on the sides. Push pins. Then you get this fold over clasp. It is very secure, but it's definitely outdated. This is what we see from a lot of micro brands. I would definitely recommend Glycine to update the clasps, but it's very secure. And you do get 3 micro adjustments here. You see a screw down case back with a Stingray, I believe this is. Inside of the watch beats a GL224 Glycine movement. This is Glycine's very slightly modified Sellita SW200 movement. This is the older Sellita version with 38 hours of power reserve and a beat rate of 28,800 revolutions per hour. And let's just have a look at the accuracy. As you see, I get an average of 8+ seconds per day. That's perfectly fine for a watch of this price. What I'm very happy about is the very little beat error, and I get a 300 amplitude. This means this is a very nice and healthy movement. So as I said at the beginning of the video, this is an update from the older Glycine Combat Sub 39s. It's definitely an update in the design. It's also an update with the hands. I never really liked those kind of cheap looking Rolex wannabe lollipop hands, and I did used to own 3 or 4 other Combat Subs from Glycine. So I think this is a really nice choice with these kind of baton style hands we see here. They are blacked out, as well as the hour markings, which are applied and filled with Lume. You see here at 6 o'clock we get a date window with white on black, and that's a really nice choice. It really complements the outer part of the dial here with the minute and second markings. Also the black Glycine logo, Combat, Automatic, Sub, 300 meters of water resistance, 30 atmospheres. So that is another update. A lot of the Glycine Combat Sub watches, they only have 200 meters of water resistance. So definitely an update in my opinion. And of course, the big star of the watch is the dial. It's definitely the star for me. And I think the overall package is really compelling if you want a Swiss-made dive watch from a real Swiss brand. Now the bracelet is very comfortable, pretty easy to adjust, but again, it does just feel a little bit chunky. I would have wished they tapered it down to maybe 16 millimeters. Let's have a look at the Lume, which is Swiss Superluminova. At the beginning, the Lume is pretty good, but it does fade quite quickly. And I might say I'm a little bit disappointed with the overall quality of the Lume. It's not like it's a huge disappointment, but it is just not as strong as you would actually expect from a dive watch like this. And you do get pretty big hands and you do get pretty big hour markings filled with Lume, but it must be a very thin layer that they applied. I got other watches, for example my Tag Heuer Monaco, it has better Lume than this and it's not even a dive watch. So that could be a room for improvement for Glycine. And as you see here on my 17 centimeter wrist circumference, it wears absolutely perfect. It definitely has the heft of a tool watch, of a dive watch, but the size is just absolutely perfect. It feels almost like wearing a older Rolex Submariner, or maybe even also a Tudor Black Bay 58, which is approximately the same size as this watch. So all in all, I think you get a really nice watch at this price point from a real brand, a Swiss-made watch, of course, 300 meters of water resistance, a very interesting dial, a little bit stiff on the bezel action, a little bit better Lume would have been a nice thing, and definitely do update the clasp, but it's not a big problem at this price point. All in all, I'm happy about my acquisition here with the Glycine Combat Sub 39 for 2025. I can definitely recommend it. If you're Danish, Swedish or Norwegian, or you just can read and understand the Danish language, I'm leaving a link towards my website timeandcrown.dk with a full written review of this watch as well. So I hope you enjoyed the full review of this new Glycine watch. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up. Please do share the video. Please do recommend my channel. And don't forget to leave a comment down below. Is this a watch you think is a nice value proposition at a price at around 595 euros, postage included? Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.